Jordan with a strike in his third frame. Strike, spare strike, it looks like. Julian shooting at a 1-2-10. Oh, and he makes it. So he is at 169. Strike here for 179. And Charles, tripping out that 10 pin. Take a look at that. Right there, sending that messenger across, getting it. On a strike, and he's a little bit outside, leaving a 2-4-5. So Charles on the long, and that's how you want to finish your semifinals right there. Wow, leaving the 8-10 in the pocket. Right, Alyssa popped up from that one, didn't like it. She leaves her 4-5 split. In her foundation frame. But she shoots this like she did the 2-4-5. She will make it. And she does. Right there. Got to split the 4-5 with the ball. They go flying out to the side. All right, Charles. Tripping out the 8-pin and back there. Or the 9-pin. With a 3-6-9. There you go. That's way outside. Pick this up for 189. Crossing over for break. It was. Seven pin out there. and she's got 30 pins to make up. And that looks long and washout. Carlin gets it. Good shot. And he gets that. And we've got Jace on 34. Powerful two-hander. And he comes up high again, but this time leaving a big 4. Molly shooting her 7-pin. She makes it. Morgan on 36. And she's a little bit high and leaves a 4-pin. Right. So the matchups here on our left pair, Jace and Drake be bowling each other. Whoever wins advances. Jackson and Kat. Oh, picking up the big 4. Line it right over. That's just how you do it. Spencer lining up for his 7th frame. That's high, leaving a split. The 6-8. And he's on a spare in the 6. So the way these guys are going, he's going to need to pick this up. Brandon with a strike in the 9th. Spencer's going to shoot 6-8. And he makes it.
It's time to start.
Hey everybody, welcome back to USA Bowl in Dallas, Texas for the final installment of the Roto Grip Sport Challenge. Over 40 youth competitors here. All right, and we're back. So over 40 youth competitors here today. We've got 2 bracket finals. Our qualifiers who placed 1 through 8 in our A bracket, which you see here, and our qualifiers 9 through 16 on the B bracket. So we'll run through the top qualifiers today. Bowling on the 2019 Team USBC Open Championships. Tough pattern today. Low scoring, 1-2 almost ratio. 27 units of fire oil out there. So definitely not easy. So our top qualifier today, Nolan Walters. Number 2, Keegan Alexander, Nash Fitzgerald, JL Hammond, Garrett Andrus, Zach Smullen, Savannah Burgeon, and Stacia Guerrero. For the top 8, we'll see them in the A bracket. And number 9, leading the B bracket today, Brady McDonough, Gannon Takayatsu, Kelsey Quinney, Desiree Burchett, Logan Frischman, Drake Derflinger, Noah Raleigh-Turner, and Alyssa Ballard. All right, so we're looking at our A squad right now. JL Hammond on 43, leaving a 3-10. Definitely a common lead. We saw Zach Smullen coming in light with a 2-8. And they're serving lunch today here at USA Bowl. All right, Garrett almost picking up that 10 pin. And JL picking up the spare. So Savannah on 45, starting her second frame in the pocket, splitting the 8-9. So open in the first, strike in the second. Nolan, leader after qualifying, sending the messenger across, taking out that 10 pin. So Nolan open in the first, strike in the second. So again, these competitors after qualifying come to a new pair of lanes and immediately start bowling for score. So no practice, no warm-up, no chance to figure it out. Just dive right in and figure it out as you go along. All right, so JL on 44, spared in the first shot on this lane, crosses over, leaving a 5-9. And Garrett Andrus on 43. Looks like the Purple Hammer doing some work out there. And Garrett strike in the second. So bracket format today, number 1 bowls 8, 2 bowls 7, 3 bowls 6, and 4 bowls 5. So the matchups you see on the scoring units, they go across from each other. So Nolan is bowling Stacia. Nolan number 1, Stacia number 8. JL versus Garrett. Nash versus Zach, and Keegan versus Savannah. Single elimination. Winner moves on to semifinals. Loser goes home. They've got quarterfinal, semifinal, and final matches. We'll go down to the low side. See Alyssa Ballard on lane 40. Looks like an idle, and it's going to cross over, leaving a 3. Is the 3 going to go? It does. The 3 goes down late. So it'll be a 3-9.
All right, Brady picking up the 3-10 over there on 39. The matchups here on the low side also the same. So it'll be Brady versus Alyssa, Desiree versus Logan, Kelsey versus Drake, and Gannon versus Noah. Let's see. Desiree starting her third frame, trying to bounce back after an open, crosses over, leaves the 9-pin. So we'll go up see Garrett on 44. And coming in a little bit high, leaving a 4-pin. All right, Keegan Alexander on 46, sending them all back for strike number 2 after 2 frames. So Stacia Guerrero, 43. Well, Nolan's going to go first on 45. Gets it out there, finds some friction, gets the 4-2 to roll out, almost tripping the 10 as well. Not quite getting it out. But Stacia with a strike on 43, so she's double 9-spare strike. Nolan tripping out the 3-6 for a strike in the 4th. And Nash whiffing on the 10-pin. Getting Zach. Zach with a 2-8 staring at him. And he gets both of them, so spare in the 3rd. Garrett on 43, that is way inside of where he was playing. It crosses over. And Garrett leaves the 5-pin. And JL coming in a little high, but getting the 4-7 to go. So she answers Garrett's single pin with a double. So JL taking the lead in that match early. And Savannah with a strike on 46. And Garrett picking up a 5-pin. So Gannon on 41 on the B bracket. And the ball reading early, crossing over. Brady, same. So again, the oil patterns, the 2019 Team USBC Open Championships, 1 to 1.98 ratio inside to out. So relatively flat, definitely sport oil conditions, and that's what they're out here looking for. This is not easy league. They're out here to find the hard stuff, and they found it today. So Brady shooting at the 1, throwing a backup. All right, throwing a backup at it. All right, so back to the A squad. And there's Keegan on 46. And Keegan's high, leaving a 3-6. And JL's light, the 1, 2, 8, 10 after a double. So she's going to lose some count. Garrett has a chance to step up, close the gap, and will not. 4-6. Nash on 45, crossing over, getting the 6, 9, 10 to go late. And JL going for it. Oh, and JL picking it up. JL picking up the 1, 2, 8, 10. That's going to be our Ballard's Bowling Academy shot of the game. On a day when spares are super important, JL picking up the important spares. 1-2-8-10. Great shot. And so Stacia starting her 6th frame. She's on a spare in her match against Nolan. Nolan's on a double. And that just a touch light. Getting a late 4, 7 stands. All right, Nolan coming in high. 3-6, 9-10. Tough leave. Keegan on 45. Playing the outside line, high, flush, strike in the 5th. And Savannah leaving a 4-5.
That was better 17. That was better. He didn't stand on that.
Zach light pocket, tripping the 2. Rolling it forward. All right, and Nolan whiffing that on a double, so losing some count with a 6 whiff. And handing Stacia pretty firm lead going into the 7th. All right, so Alyssa, 7th frame. She's working on a spare. And that's going to cross over and leave a 10 pin. So Alyssa leading in her match against Brady. And Desiree, slight lead against Logan. And Gannon coming in high, 3 pin. So Gannon and Noah with some struggles. Alyssa missing her spare, so giving an opportunity for Brady to find the pocket. And he does. All right, so give Brady a little breathing room. And he'll get you. All right, so Desiree starting her 7th frame. She's working on a strike. And light hit, doesn't carry the 4. Gannon picks up his spare. Noah, 5 pin. Looking for his first spare of the game, and he gets it. Logan, lefty. Light hit, mixes him up and gets it. We'll go up to our A squad. Stacia tripping out the 10 pin for the spare in the 7th. So keeping her lead against Nolan. JL staring down a tough one. 1-2-4-10, and that is not going to do it. So she will open in her match against Garrett. Garrett on a strike. So a chance to close some ground. Zach on 46, 3-6-9-10. And Garrett high through the nose. 3-4-6-7-10. So again, tough conditions out there. Super flat oil pattern. And Keegan doesn't like it, but trips the 9 off the 4-9. All right, and Brady over there picking up the 1-2-4-10. And Garrett. All right, we got some spare shooting all over the place. And they've definitely had some practice shooting spares today. There were not a lot of strikes to be had. So spare shooting at a premium. As we see Garrett picking up his. All right, so the leader after qualifying, Nolan, starting his 8th frame. He's working on a strike, little off balance, high, 610. So he needs to spare this. Stacia with an open in the 8th. Giving some hope for Nolan. He put something together, and he's got 2 frames to catch up. Again, winner moves on. Loser eliminated. Single elimination. All right, Zach gets the 1-2, leaving an 8-pin. Puts him at 119 after 8. Garrett on 43 gets a little more outside, and that's where it needs to be. So strike after his spare conversion in the 7th. So he is closing the gap on JL, so she needs this one. That is high, 610, 410. All right, that is going to give her some problems in her quest to advance. All right, Nolan getting 6. 1, 2, 4, 8 hiding back there. So trying to catch up against Stacia, not making it easy on himself. Zach on 46, 610. There's Nash on a double, clawing his way back. This would help his cause. He crosses over and gets it for 3 in a row. All right, Zach needed that. Foundation frame open. Puts him at 127. Nash already at 143 going into the 10th. Keegan on 45. And that's high. 3, 6, 9, 10. So Savannah saved her 8th frame, although lost some good count by going spare gutter, but she spared in the 8th. So she can capitalize on that. Cannot. All right, so Alyssa already at 128. She leaves a 2-4-8, it looks like. All right, so she needs to make this. Brady opened the 10th, puts him at 149. So, oh, Alyssa has a 10-pin over there. And going for it. Does not make it, puts her at 144 to Brady's 149, so Brady advances. And Desiree and Logan. So Logan in the lead. Desiree needs this and doesn't make it, so Logan will advance. We'll see what's going on in our A bracket. So Nash will be handing Zach a defeat. So Nash will move on. So not decided in the Keegan and Savannah match. And Stacia strike in the 9th to Nolan's open. So she has her match well in hand. In jail 2-4 in the 9th. And Garrett on a strike in the 8th, getting ready to start his 9th frame. So he can decide how this match is going to go right here. That looks pretty good. All right, double. All right, so JL needs to make this to stay in it. And that looks pretty good. All right, she got it. So it puts her at 149. So with that double from Garrett, that is going to put him in the driver's seat here going into the 10th. So Keegan and Savannah. Keegan with a strike first shot in the 10th. Puts him at 173. So one pin match. Strike here for Keegan would do it. And 9 pin. So puts him at 182. So Savannah needs to strike here and hope that Keegan misses. All right, so Keegan needs it. So they are tied. So Keegan and Savannah, if they do tie, it would go to the higher qualifier, and then it'd be Keegan. So Keegan is going to advance whether he makes this or not, but it would be cool to see him make it. JL crossing over, leaving a 10 pin. All right, so Keegan makes it to advance legit on score. Stacia tripping out a 7-10 on the fill. Didn't need it. It's already 188 to 139 over Nolan, but holy cow, look at this. 7-10 going down late. All right, so JL can go 178. And Garrett can go off sheet 205. That looks inside and misses the head pin to the left. Leaves the 1-3. So JL needs every pin she can get here. Gets 9 of them. And she's going to need some help from Garrett. All right, so Garrett needs to make this and then some count. And that looks pretty good. There you go. All right, so that puts him at 173. So he's just going to need 4 to tie, 5 a win. To keep it on the lane behind the foul line to see who's going to bowl Stacia in the semifinals. So it looks like Garrett. So our advancers are Nash, Keegan, and Brady's already bowling Logan over there. And that's inside, but crosses over for the strike. So that'll put him at 183. All right, so Kelsey sparing up to go 97. So Drake is going to win that match. We're still deciding Noah versus Gannon. Gannon in the driver's seat here. right, so Drake just trying out some lines. And he'll finish with 157. Advance against Kelsey. And it looks like Gannon is going to advance against Noah. As Logan and Brady have already started. So Logan shooting at the right rail, and he picks it up. All right, so again, spares, super important. No one able to put together a whole bunch of strikes here today. So leave something you can make, and make it. All right, Brady stepping out of it a little bit, but finding the pocket. Throwing the pitch black urethane, favorite of the two-handers. Control some of those revs. And Noah leaving 2 to finish 111. All right, Brady hates it. Goes through the nose. And leaves a 6-pin. Yeah. All right, so it's official. Gannon advances against Noah, and Brady picks up his single pin in the 4th. All right, and Nash, playing low ball, picks one off the left. All right, so Nash spared up his 1 count. And on 46, crosses over, leaves a 5-pin. Station needs some hold, gets it. So she spares her first frame of the semifinals in the A bracket. Nash shooting at his 5-pin, and he picks that up. And Garrett starting his first frame in the semifinal match. That's inside. And Keegan on 45, light pocket, 10-pin. So Drake on 41, crossing over. Looks like an Axiom Pearl. And Brady with a strike in his 6th frame. So Logan working on a double. And Logan crossing over, leaving a 5-pin. So that puts him at 93 after 6. 20 pins up on Brady halfway through the semifinal match. Gannon shooting at the 310. And Gannon getting the 10 off the 310. So Stacia, frame number 2, looking to answer Garrett's strike in his second frame. That's inside, crosses over 610. Seen plenty of those today. And Nash lighting it up, giving Keegan the business. And they are tied after 3. Anastasia spares up the 610. All right, Nash light hit, leaving a 2-pin. So Stacia straight up 10, high flush, sending 10 back. All right, Drake on 42, crossing over for the double. And Brady with a double on the scoreboard going into the 8th. Trying to take the lead back from Logan, and he gets it. 3 in a row. Haven't seen many of those today. Back check on Keegan on 45. That's light. 1, 2, 4, 10. All right, and Drake finding the right side of the pocket, leaving a 2, 4, 5 after a double. And Gannon, 2 opens. Logan finding the pocket. Looking to answer back on Brady's 3 in a row. So Keegan, little backup. Oh, and he gets it. 1, 2, 4, 10. It's our Ballard Bowling Academy shot of the game. When spares count, you can count on Ballard's Bowling Academy. Let's go. All right, so Garrett, 4th frame on 43, 9 at the break point, leaves a 3-9. Not what he was looking for. And Garrett making the most of that spare conversion with a strike in the 5th. So he takes the lead in his match against Nash. All right, Nash rings the 10-pin. Can't believe it. Garrett with the 3-9. And Garrett picks that up. And Nash whiffs the 10-pin. So that puts him at 76 halfway through semifinal match. Stacia on 44, right up 10 in the pocket. All right, Brady made some split over there and see what it was. 3-9-10 looks like in his foundation frame. So that may well have been a game saver. And Brady starting his 10th frame. So that puts him at 170 so far. And 40. And Logan can go 172 off the sheet. So Brady just needs a couple pins here, and that'll wrap up his game, as he is just throwing plastic down the middle for some reason. Worried about throwing it into the gutter. That wasn't uncommon also in qualifying. All right, so Keegan can't pick up the left rail, leaves the 7-pin, so that's an open in the 6th against Nash with his strike in the 6th. So close game once again. So Garrett is 5th frame on 44. Right in the pocket. See Drake shooting out a 10-pin, and he picks that up. Doesn't even need to look at it. Just knows that he made it. So spare in the 4th for Drake. And close match still between Drake and Gannon. All right, so a couple here. Nash can pull it to within 1 and not gonna roll that. So he's got a chance for a 9 spare here. Garrett crossing over, leaving a 6-pin. So a pair of 6s here. All right, so Nash picks that up. Trying to keep it close, down by 11. So Garrett shooting at his 6-pin. So at the end of the semifinal match between the last 2 competitors, whoever's the higher seed determines the pair. Usually the higher seed pulls the lower seed over to their pair because they're at least familiar with it. Unless it's a disaster pair, then there's no telling what'll happen. So definitely some strategery involved. All right, so Brady advances in the B bracket, 180 to 159. So Brady will bowl the winner of Gannon and Drake. So Keegan here on 45. Playing up the gutter. The messenger goes behind the 10-pin. So he can spare this up and increase his lead over Nash, who opened in the 8th. Anastasia 7th frame. There you go, straight up 10. So Gannon with a 210. Can't pick it up. So open in the 6th for Gannon, and Drake will step up and bowl his 6th frame. So Drake on a strike in the 5th. So it looks like Garrett's going to go first on 44. So Garrett is 7th frame. Light gets the 10 out. Near disaster. Leaving just a 7-pin. And Drake there with the bucket on 42. And Keegan whiffs the single pin. So giving Nash a chance. So Keegan can go off the sheet for 184. And Nash can go off the sheet for 183. And Keegan has broken the lane. We'll go over to Drake on 41. So Drake got 2 off the bucket. So open for him. That is going in the gutter. And we saw that a lot today, this flat oil pattern. You get it a little bit right too soon, it's just not going to hold. Garrett a little more inside than before, leaves the 310. All right, so these matches just going back and forth. And Garrett picking up the spare. A little score correction there for Garrett. So staying alive in his match against Stacia. So Stacia doubles in the 8th. To keep her lead against Garrett. Go see Gannon on 41 in his 8th frame. Gannon working on a strike. And all right, crossing over again for strike number 2. So that puts him in the lead against Drake. So Nash on 45, going up 5 and not tripping the 10 pin out. Could have used that in his 9th frame. And Drake coming in light, 1, 2, 4. So Stacia shooting at one of the many 1, 2, 4 10s, and just a little bit light on the 1 pin, not getting the 10. So that puts her at 164. So she can go 194. And Garrett can go 203. So Garrett with a chance to shut out Stacia. All right, so Nash strike first shot in the 10th. So that puts some pressure on Keegan, and Keegan go 184. And Nash leaving another 5 pin. So he can go 163. All right, Garrett keeping himself in it with a strike first shot in the 10th. All right, so Nash gonna force Keegan to mark. Actually, 9 will tie. So it needs 9 and 2 shots to advance. So tie will go to the higher qualifier. And he gets it. All right, giving some business right back to Nash. All right, so Gannon comes in high, but rolls the 4-pin for 3 in a row. So now he can shut out Drake. So the tide is turned. And Keegan oh, Garrett. So missing the 10-pin puts him at 191. And we'll see if that plays into Stacia's 10th frame. So she needs a double. So double and 7. That's going to need some help and doesn't get it. So she leaves the 6-pin and that will do it. So it'll be Garrett and Keegan. And Gannon is going to beat Drake. All right, so we're going to move some cameras around for the finals, and we'll be right back. All right, so we got Gannon and Brady. Gannon wrapping the 4 to open his second frame after a strike. And Keegan sending 10 back in his first shot in the final match, the A bracket. So Gannon going long, leaving the 1-2. So Garrett on 46. His first shot, falling off of it. Crossing over, gets the 9 out, but leaves the 3. Gannon trying to spare up frame number 3, and he gets it. Garrett shooting at the 3-pin, and he's going to pick that up. All right, so Brady working on a strike frame number 3 in the B bracket. Qualifiers 9 through 16, and that looked pretty good. Sending 10 back. So double. So open double for Brady. Garrett on 45, playing up 5 on the left lane, sending them all back. And Brady on a double, 4th frame. Brady on 3 in a row. Keegan in the A bracket on 46, frame number 2. And he's playing up 3. Light moves the 7-pin, but doesn't knock it over. All right, Gannon comes in high, leaves the 6-10. All right, so Keegan slid that 7-pin over towards the gutter about half an inch, so it's going to be a tough one. And he makes it. And that's our Ballard Bowling Academy shot of the game. Picking up the Nomadic 7-pin. As his first shot, slid it over about half an inch. And he picks it up, and that's going to be crucial as the game continues. All right, so 3rd frame. Keegan working on a spare. Keegan playing the gutter. Keegan loves it, giving the pins the business. Keegan living in the gutter, out on the 1 board. And Gannon in the pocket. Oh, leaves 8-pin in the 5th. So he spared the 6-10. And we'll go to Garrett on 46. Garrett, 3rd frame. He's playing a little more inside, leaves the 10-pin. And Gannon picks up the 8. Now who's going to go first? Looks like Brady. We'll stick with him on 39. Working on 3 in a row, didn't seem to like it. And for good reason, comes in high. And Garrett picks up the 10-pin. All right, so Brady with a 4-7, staring him down. And didn't like that either, but picked it up. And Garrett working on a spare, and that, oh my, 3-4-10. And Brady stepping out of that one. That's light. Oh, but light enough to send the messenger across for a strike in the 6th. All right, so we got to watch Garrett attack this. 3, 4, 10. So it's makeable if you can get the 3 over into the 4, but that is not going to do it. He only gets 1. So open in the 4th puts him at 65. All right, so Keegan, 4th frame, working on a strike. Up the 1 board, light. 2, 4, 5. And we're having either a mechanical or a commercial break over on the B bracket. So let's stick with the A. So Keegan trying to increase his lead over Garrett, and he does by picking that up. So spare in the 7th for Keegan. Keegan falls off it and leaves a 7-10. Take another look at that. Maybe a little light hit. All right, so Keegan gets 1 off the 7-10. So a couple of opens. Garrett has a chance to close the lead down a little bit. Oh, and he does. And Gannon missed the head pin to the left. 1, 3, 6. All right. So let's see Gannon shoot this. And he makes it. And that looks pretty good. Oh, Garrett with the double. All right, so Garrett getting lined up, getting it figured out. So it looks like if there's a series points championship. So ever since January, points for first place, second place, third place are awarded. So it'll work out if Keegan wins this, he will tie with J.L. Hammond for the overall points lead, and then there'll be a 1-game bowl-off to decide the overall points champion. And Brady leaves a 5-pin. Just a 5-pin? Just a 5-pin. Crossing over. All right, so that'll be interesting if that happens. But Keegan's going to need to pick this up if that's going to happen. Garrett on a double. And better shot, but leaves the 5-pin. And Brady made his 5-pin on 39. All right, Brady crossing over for a strike. Didn't like it. Oh. All right, so that. Saw that a few times today from everyone. You just get it right too soon, and it's And it's just not going to come back from over there. All right, so Gannon on 39. Crosses over. And Keegan, 6-pin. All right, so Garrett with a chance to really put some pressure on. So this is Garrett's 7th frame. Gannon's going to go first. Going for it. Oh, almost. And Garrett a little bit high, 6-10. All right, so 9th frame here for Gannon, and he needs it, and that 7-pin not going down for him. And Garrett chops it. All right, so life for Keegan. Still, that should be a t-shirt. All right, so Gannon needs it. Gannon's a good spare shooter, and there you go, picking up the 7. All right, so it puts him at 140. He can go 180 off the sheet, so Brady just needs to get ahead of 180. Garrett's going to go first here on 45, and he goes high. All right. There you go. All right, so Brady just needs a couple pins here and a few shots, and he will have the B bracket wrapped up. All right, Brady stepping out of it a little bit, going in high, 4-7-10. But it's already enough. Oh, Garrett, all right, missing the 310. So hope springs eternal as Brady opens the 10th to go 200 even, but that'll be enough to win the B bracket. All right, so Keegan can mount a comeback here with a few good shots, and that wasn't a good shot, but it was good enough to knock them all back and put some pressure back on Garrett. So again, Keegan wins this. He will go into a roll-off with JL Hammond for the overall season-long series points championship. But to get there, he's got to win this. And he's doing what he needs to do, so send in 10 more back to double in the 8th and 9th. All right, Garrett falls off it, but falls off the shot and into a strike. So strike in the 9th. So puts him 5 behind, depending on how you look at it. And Gannon is coming alive in the 10th with a double, put him at 177, and Brady 200. So Brady, I think for the second time in a row, will be the B bracket champion. So he'll take home some lifesavers or gummy bears or something. All right. So Garrett bringing the heat. All right, so Keegan can go 195. And Garrett can go 190. All right, so Garrett can't shut out Keegan, and so Keegan can step up. And win the week and have a chance to win the season-long series points title. All right, so that is going to force Keegan to show up in the 10th. And there you go. So closing it out with 4 in a row to go 190. All right, so Keegan needs 2 and 5. Needs this strike. Does not get it. All right, so Garrett. That's not going to make it. All right, so Keegan, 159. Garrett will win the week. And that gives the overall series points championship to J.L. Hammond in her last year as a junior bowler.
Congratulations to Garrett on winning the first bracket, and Brady for winning the second bracket, and congratulations to JL for being the winner of the spring session and the winner of the ball.
All right, so there you have it. Garrett in the A bracket, Brady in the B bracket, JL with the overall series points championship. And there you go. And if you know a youth bowler, if you are a youth bowler, or if you think youth bowling looks like something you would like to do, go to bowl.com, find a league near you. Leagues are forming today, probably somewhere. All right, so everyone, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, share the video, click the notification bell, and you'll know whenever we go live. So thanks for watching. We'll be back next week at the Southwest Gold Tour. And as always, remember, be cool and go bowl.